Hello, my name is Colin Doyle, and I'm a senior consulting engineer at Juniper Networks. When 5-Minute Junos started, it was an effort by me to stay engaged in a meaningful way, something beyond email, with my accounts. I was a field seller at the time during the pandemic. And I was trying to think of ways to respond to them that was more meaningful, that would help maintain some of that connection that we had when I was going into their office. Videos seemed like a good idea, and the feedback that I got was really positive. I started to realize that the responses that I was recording that at the time were being hosted through the juniper.net site could be generalized. And by generalizing the video, I could make that content consumable to the public. This is where the idea to actually have a YouTube channel came from. The name reflects the short format responses that I was doing initially. Obviously, the channel has evolved since then. We've got over 65 some thousand views and 80 plus videos. The pandemic ended. The questions that I was getting weren't coming in through email. I was able to go out and see customers. More importantly, I stopped being an SE. The pandemic wrapped up and I switched roles and I moved into an architecture role where it was more inward facing, more strategy based. I still loved the idea of being able to help people through the YouTube channel. And you can start to see this transition that took place at that point in time where the videos started getting longer and they started to address workflows and use cases on a broader scale. It obviously went far longer than 5 minutes, but I did keep the name because I don't know, I kind of think it's catchy. One thing that I've never really loved about my YouTube channel is the engagement that I get through the comments. Now, that's not anything to do with the viewers. It's just a function of my workload and the way that I interact with YouTube as a creator and in my day-to-day life and how comments function. The big drawbacks are that they're aligned to specific videos, so there isn't sort of an open forum where folks can interact with each other outside of that sort of silo. And I can't upload anything. And that one really kills me because there's a lot of times where people ask me questions and all I want to do is just upload a photo or documentation or a lab topology, and I don't have a way of doing that. And I don't want to expose any sort of personal information like email addresses or anything like that on the public internet or on the YouTube comments. So it sort of left me wondering how I could fix the problem. Now, I have obviously been very busy over the last year. I haven't put up too many videos. I did get the multicast series out. Not multicast. Oh my God, I'm going to drive myself to drink. MC lag. Sorry, my feelings on both are about the same. But I've been really busy. And as a result, I'd log into YouTube and I'd see that somebody had asked a question 3 or 4 months prior and I'd feel terrible. And part of that is just I have the notifications or comments turned off. And that's just because it's a flood of other information that has nothing to do with comments. So I was ignoring them, which doesn't work. Again, I was thinking of ways that I could maybe change the way that I interact with you, the viewer. And I landed on a community that already exists. It's on juniper.net. It's called the Elevate community. Juniper runs it. In that community, I have the ability to interact with folks and interact with them in a way where I can get notifications that aren't onerous, where I can upload content, and where I can take a community of folks like yourselves that maybe watch 1 or 2 videos and put them in an environment where they could collaborate with folks that maybe were watching other videos that were unrelated. And hopefully in doing so, provide everybody with a better experience, access to better information, more collaboration. So that's what we're going to do. Every video that I post from here on out is going to include a link to the Elevate community and the information on the hashtags that you need to use in order to create posts or to search for posts, to ask questions or make comments or access documentation that I reference in the videos. I'm going to be looking for feedback, so I hope that if you have feedback, you provide it to me. I'll also take this opportunity to mention that I am changing roles at the end of this week. It is January, I think, 22nd today. So Friday of this week, I am going to be moving over to the security business unit of Juniper in a global strategy role. There's still going to be a decent amount of overlap with the content that I have been producing, which has been focused on a lot of EVP and VXLAN concepts and data center concepts, and the security stuff that I'm going to be working on moving forward. So if that's interesting to you, stick around. As always, ask me the questions you want to ask, and if I can respond, I'll do it with a video. We'll just shift that conversation over to the Elevate community so you can post a question with the hashtag on it versus putting it in a comment of an unrelated video, and hopefully I see it within the next quarter. Thank you so much for watching through. Let me know what you think. As always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, and I hope to see you soon with the series that I am going to be just pushing out this week, because when my role changes, it's got to be done. Oh, if you hear that, I've got a cat that's sneezing. Take care, everybody.